Serie A matches of the week. Juventus to defeat Como to enter the intermatch with 10 wins and 1 loss for the season. Internazionale Sgamacci of 101. Internazionale Milano Sgamacci of 101. So I do like Juventus to enter with 10 wins and 1 loss in the Derby d'Italia. Napoli, I do like to beat Udinese. Napoli are they're at 17 wins, right? So if they get win number 18 and win number 19 against Lazio, then they can enter the Como match with 19 wins in Serie A. It's Como, that's Sgamacci 19. What if they do enter the intermatch with 20 wins in Serie A and they could go for a 21st win against Conte? So I do like Napoli to continue their winning ways over these next few weeks. So after next week, Napoli no longer have to face Lazio, Juventus, and Atalanta and Roma again. All they really have left is Inter at home, Milan at home, and Bologna and Fiorentina are the really tough matches the rest of the way. As you see right here, the last 7 matches: Empoli, Monza, Torino, Lecce, Genoa, Parma, and Cagliari. And now, after Inter lost against Fiorentina, now Napoli have the advantage over the Scudetto race, and Antonio Conte can play for a draw against Inter, and Inter still have to face Juventus at the Allianz. They still have to face Atalanta. So I do like Napoli to win, Juventus to win. Fiorentina should lose against Inter this time. 6 draws and 6 losses like Sgamacci of Inter. So I do like Inter to respond. And then, of course, Napoli... So Napoli could have a 6-point lead. A game in hand. Inter, they're going to win against Fiorentina on Monday. Top 4 race. Always talk about top 4. So, again, the Champions League race. Fiorentina lose, Juventus win, Juventus jump into 4th, 5th place. Fiorentina, they fall down the table. Lazio and Monza. We should look at this from both the Lazio and the Monza perspective. It's probably another win for Lazio. 2 wins and 7 draws is Sgamacci Lazio. Should they get something, their results for the year, 2 wins and 7 draws. Can they get a result against Lazio? We'll see. It looks like they're going to get relegated, Monza. Monza and then Napoli. They could very easily enter the Napoli match with 31 goals allowed, remain at 31 goals allowed. Napoli's Sgamacci 31. Yeah, they took care of business against Cagliari, 2-1. Although the most Lazio thing ever would be to draw, especially with Juventus facing Nerazzurri the next week, but okay. Juventus win, Fiorentina, they lose, Juventus jump into 5th place, and maybe Lazio win again. Milan had a strong showing against Roma. 1 less match in hand. Milan, they have to win. Milan to defeat Empoli. Notice how Empoli enter with 22 goals, 4 wins, and 9 draws against Milan. And Milan's come out 49 and 22. But they lost 4-1 against Juventus, and I don't expect them to do anything against Milan. They're not going to get a 22nd point against Milan. The match should not end in a draw. Empoli are going to lose against Milan. In Bologna. Only 3 losses all year, Bologna. Results against Juventus and Inter. They won the opening match against Napoli this year, if I'm not mistaken. So, Bologna against Lecce. What do we get? They could allow their 28th goal against Lecce. They kind of average just over a goal per game. They don't average 2 goals per game. So could this be a freak 1-1 draw? Potentially. We'll see how the midweek of the Coppa Italia is going to affect Bologna. But one less match in hand, Bologna are going to be looking to secure another win. If they somehow lose against Lecce, they could enter with 37 points against Torino. So I don't know how Bologna is going to handle all these matches. But lots of 1-1 stalemates on Bologna's side. For sure, Juventus is going to beat Como and Fiorentina. They're going to lose. And I like Napoli to win again. I like Napoli to win. I know the Roma, the 91st minute, all that, but get a result away at the Olimpico, and then that's 1 point. And in Inter, 0 points against Fiorentina. But we should wait a month from now after they play Roma. Then they play Lazio, 2 tough teams they don't have to play again. That Inter have to play again. It's not easy to face the Roman clubs. But Napoli got Fiorentina again. Their only tough away trip is to Fiorentina. They don't have to play Inter. They play Inter at home. They play Milan at home. So that's update on the Scudetto race. Napoli to win again. Napoli to keep on winning. And Derby d'Italia is going to be a must-watch. The Inter have to win Derby Italia. If they lose against Juventus, the must-win, it is a must-win against Napoli. Juventus can do anything for top 4. Could Napoli slip any time? They dropped a point. They got outshot by Roma. But Conte was looking to win 1-0. So drop points can happen literally at any random time, as we saw against Fiorentina, as we saw against Roma, as we saw Inter hitting the post in the Milan derby against the Rossoneri. And they're still at 51 points after that draw against the Rossoneri.